unidentified flying object, commonly abbreviated as UFO, is the popular term for any aerial phenomenon whose cause cannot be easily or immediately identified. Both military and civilian research show that a significant majority of UFO sightings have been identified after further investigation, either explicitly or indirectly through the presence of clear and simple explanatory factors. Popular culture frequently takes the term UFO as a synonym for alien spacecraft. Cults have become associated with UFOs, and mythology and folklore have evolved around the phenomenon. Studies have established that only a small percentage of reported UFOs are actual hoaxes, while the majority are observations of some real but conventional object, most commonly aircraft, balloons, or astronomical objects such as meteors or bright planets, that have been misidentified by the observer as anomalies. UFO reports became frequent after the first widely publicized U.S. sighting, reported by private pilot Kenneth Arnold in 1947, that gave rise to the popular terms flying saucer and flying disc. Since then, millions of people have reported that they have seen UFOs.
Unexplained aerial observations have been reported throughout history. Some were undoubtedly astronomical in nature: comets, bright meteors, one or more of the 5 planets that can be seen with the naked eye, planetary conjunctions, or atmospheric optical phenomena such as parhelia and lenticular clouds. An example is Halley's Comet, which was recorded first by Chinese astronomers in 240 BC and possibly as early as 467 BC. Other historical reports seem to defy prosaic explanation, but assessing such accounts is difficult. Whatever their actual cause, such sightings throughout history were often treated as supernatural portents, angels, or other religious omens. Some objects in medieval paintings can seem strikingly similar to UFO reports. Art historians explain those objects as religious symbols, often represented in many other paintings of Middle Age and Renaissance.
The post-World War II UFO phase in the United States began with a famous sighting by American businessman Kenneth Arnold on June 24, 1947, while flying his private plane near Mount Rainier, Washington. He reported seeing 9 brilliantly bright objects flying across the face of Rainier.
UFO were seen all across the world.
3 cameras pointed at the sky, 3 people with no clue what on earth they could be looking at. Filmed this year, these are the spookiest videos so far of the unexplained up above. In Mexico in January this year, an amateur cameraman's one of a crowd gathered to look at a light in the sky. There's a trail dragging behind a very slow-moving object. It can't be a plane, says one man. Then another light appears on the horizon. The same week, on the other side of the world, a group of teenagers in India stopped by at the side of a road. This time there are a group of objects glowing. They move, they slowly light up and fade out. Then one appears to drop behind a tree.
That is so cool.
Okay, we're in the process of taking pictures with the 400.
Perhaps the strangest of all the footage was shot miles above the Earth. In April, NASA were feeding live shots from a shuttle outside the Earth's orbit.
Doesn't look like anything I've ever seen.
As they reposition the camera, we can see what they've been looking at. And these space experts can't agree on what it is.
Okay, we're seeing 3 or 4 objects. Can you confirm that it's just the one that's actually moving, the other ones are just reflections?
No, there are 3 objects. The one you see 2 rings right there. They're the ones we kind of had the late tally-ho on.
Thousands of miles apart, baffling everyone who saw them. These UFOs all remain unexplained.
To account for unsolved UFO cases, several hypotheses have been proposed. The extraterrestrial hypothesis, F, defined by Edward U. Condon in the 1968 Condon Report, as the idea that some UFO may be spacecraft sent to Earth from another civilization, or on a planet associated with a more distant star, further attributing the popularity of the idea to Donald Keyhoe's UFO book from 1950, though the idea clearly predated Keyhoe, appearing in newspapers and various government documents. See immediately below. This is probably the most popular theory among ufologists. The interdimensional hypothesis, that UFO are objects crossing over from other dimensions or parallel universe, popularly proposed by Jacques Vallée, though also predating him. The psychosocial hypothesis, that what people report as UFO experiences is the result of psychological misperception mechanisms and is strongly influenced by popular culture. That UFOs represent poorly understood or still unknown natural phenomena, such as ball lightning or sprites. For 50 years, the search for extraterrestrial intelligence has been scanning the galaxy for a message from an alien civilization. So far to no avail, but a recent breakthrough suggests they may one day succeed. Horizon joins the planet hunters who've discovered a new world called Gliese 581c. It is the most Earth-like planet yet found around another star and may have habitats capable of supporting life. NASA too hopes to find 50 more Earth-like planets by the end of the decade, all of which dramatically increases the chance that alien life has begun elsewhere in the galaxy. The question, are we alone in the universe, still remains unanswered.